Hello, future travelers. Welcome back to Legalopolis, your go to place for clear and simple explanations about US immigration. Friends, if you are living in the United States as an immigrant, or if you have loved ones who are there, this video is specially for you. A new executive order has just been issued and it could directly impact your legal responsibilities. And so today, I'm here to help you understand what it means and what steps you need to take to stay on the right side of law. Let's break it down together. The alien registration requirement is the focus of a new executive order that directs the Department of Homeland Security to strictly enforce a long standing but often overlooked law, which is the requirement for non citizens to register with the United States government under Section 262 of the Immigration and Nationality Act. In simple terms, if you're a non citizen who has been in the United States for more than 30 days, you may now be legally required to register with the government starting April 11th, 2025. Now let's understand who all must register. Number 1, foreign nationals already in the United States as of 11th April 2025. So if you are a foreign national who's already been in the United States for more than 30 days and you do not have proof of registration, you must register starting April 11th, 2025. Now this applies to anyone who meets these criteria and hasn't completed the registration process yet. The second category are foreign nationals who entered without inspection, that is EWI. So if you entered the United States without being inspected at a port of entry and you've been here for more than 30 days, you must register, especially if you have no proof of registration and haven't applied for a green card, refugee status, or temporary residence. Even if you applied for DACA, TPS, or asylum, you are still required to register unless you already received a work permit, a notice to appear, or any other form of registration proof. The third category are Canadian visitors. Canadian visitors of any age who entered the US by land without a visa, say for business or tourism, and were not issued Form I-94, they must register if they plan to stay for 30 days or more. The fourth category is foreign nationals turning 14 in the United States. So if you are staying in the United States for more than 30 days and are about to turn 14 years old, you must register and provide fingerprints within 30 days of your 14th birthday. The fifth category are children under 14 years of age. Children who are under the age of 14 and are staying in the United States for over 30 days, they must register, but this responsibility falls on a parent or a legal guardian to do so. And the sixth category, foreign nationals arriving in the United States after April 11th. Anyone arriving in the United States on or after 11th of April 2025 who plans to stay for more than 30 days and does not already have a registration proof must register within 30 days of arrival. Friends, it's important to note that DHS has made it very clear. If you've already been in the US for more than 30 days, you must register starting April 11th. You do not get an additional 30 days, so please, if this applies to you, don't wait. Register right away. Now let's understand who is already considered registered. Now, if you're already registered, you do not need to register again. And you are considered registered if you entered the United States after age 14 and either entered with a valid visa or were issued any of these documents, for example, a green card, also known as LPR, that is lawful permanent resident status, a border crossing card, an employment authorization document, that is EAD, an I-94 or I-94W travel record, or a DHS admission or parole stamp, or a notice to appear in an immigration court. You will also be considered registered if you filed certain applications with USCIS, like Form I-485 for a green card, Form I-590 for refugee status, or some types of temporary residence applications. And You don't need to register if you entered the United States after age 14 and came on a valid visa. You are also exempt from registration if you hold or have applied for an A visa or a G visa, which applies to diplomats and employees of international organizations. Lastly, if you're staying in the United States for less than 30 days, you are not required to register. Now let's understand the process of registration. Friends, in order to register, you must use the new form G325R, which is available only online through the official USCIS website. To submit it, you'll need to create a My USCIS online account using your email address. The form will ask for several details, including your personal and contact information, immigration history, date of your last US entry, and what you are currently doing in the United States. You'll also need to provide your planned length of stay, information about your spouse and parents, and any criminal history if applicable. Now, once you have submitted Form G325R, the system will first check if you are already registered. If you are registered, the application will close automatically and no further action is needed from your side. If you are not already registered, you will be scheduled for fingerprinting and a photo at a USCIS office. This step is waived if you are under 14 or a Canadian visitor. After this process is complete, you'll receive your proof of alien registration online. Make sure to print it, and if you are 18 years or older, you are legally required to carry it with you at all times. Now friends, let's look at the consequences if you don't register. Failing to register can lead to serious consequences. You may face a fine of up to $5,000 or up to 6 months in jail, or even both. If you don't carry your proof of registration, that's another offense, bringing a separate fine and up to 30 days in jail. Also, if you don't update your address with DHS, you could also be fined. And in some cases, if you have a criminal record or you entered without inspection or you don't have a legal status, the consequences can be even more severe. So friends, the question arises, do you have to carry your registration proof? And the answer is yes. If you are 18 years or older, the law requires you to carry your registration proof with you at all times. Even if you didn't register through the new system and are already considered registered, you must still carry your green card or I-94 or EAD or any other official documentation that proves your registration. Now let's understand what happens or what about children on dependent visas like H4, L2, etc. Most children on dependent visa are already considered registered if they are under 14 and have a valid I-94. However, once they turn 14, they must take additional steps. They will need to create their own USCIS account, submit Form G325R, and provide fingerprints within 30 days of their 14th birthday. And the I-94, that is the Arrival Departure Record, can be checked or printed out from the CBP website. Another question that you might have is, does registration give you the right to stay in the United States? And the answer is no. Registering does not give you legal immigration status or the right to remain in the United States. It simply informs the government that you are in the United States and helps fulfill your legal obligations. So friends, to conclude, this is everything you need to know about the new registration requirement for non-citizens in the United States. I know this is a lot of information, but here's the bottom line. If you've been in the United States for more than 30 days and don't have official registration proof, register now using Form G325R. If you're already considered registered, make sure you are carrying your proof of registration with you at all times. And if your child is turning 14, don't forget to re-register them within 30 days of their birthday. And always stay informed, because knowing the law is the first step towards being safe in another country. So friends, I hope this video has made the alien registration requirement clear for you. If you found this video helpful, do like, share, and please consider subscribing for more immigration related content. And until next time, safe travels!